first of all, welcome to the show. This is Road to One podcast. I just saw in your LinkedIn, you have quite some expertise in e-commerce and building different things. And
Yes,
right now
yes,
you are
that's right.
building ValueSpace.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
as a person, how would you define yourself?
As a person, I would define myself as someone who is trying to, like, rigorously trying to solve something which we have in our current situations. So, from my childhood, I was always into something unique. I need to do something like that. I was always thinking about it. So, when I was studying in my eighth standard, I tried to create a motorcycle using those pipes and normal metal things. So like that, I used to do some jugaad stuff. We say that.
Yeah.
So I used to all do that from my childhood itself. From when I entered my BTech, I tried to do some mini projects also. Actually, I was an mechanical student,
Okay.
so I was really interested in automobiles. So I tried to do an mini project on steam engine. So it really took so much of time to do that because of we don't really have those connections, right? We
Yes.
need to go and explore the things. And
Yeah.
I was building the small scale prototype. So for that, I need good machineries and the people who are skilled labor, right? So
Yeah.
that was a huge hectic thing when I was doing in my BTech. So like that, I used to always do something unique. I always believe in that because everybody is looking after one thing.
Yes.
If we are looking if we are thinking out of the box, then only we will be having that good exposure in our life.
Yes.
So like that, I tried doing so many things when I completed my BTech. I was doing my job as HR, and I was also doing things like e-commerce. Then drop shipping was a thing, so I was trying to do that also. And I also entered into print on demand. So I was also designing websites. I was also creating catalogs. I was doing everything by my own by learning from the YouTube. So that's when this entrepreneurial journey started. I don't even know how it started, but it got started. That's how. So like that, I do that, this and everything. But I got to figure out something like when you're trying to do something, we ourselves think it would go everywhere in the market, but
Yeah.
it doesn't go like that. If that happens, everybody will be an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
right? So that's where I got to know about these incubators, accelerators, which we have in this current generation. So
Yes.
uh, I was searching about these incubators, and I applied for the T Hub, which is India's largest incubator currently. So in around 700 applications, they shortlisted about 24 ideas in that.
Yes.
So I was really pleased to have that. My idea got selected in that. So that was the thing how I entered into the T Hub. So why T Hub means T Hub has that framework of doing bringing these budding entrepreneurs to take them to the next level. So that's how I ended up in T Hub.
That's great. So, I just heard about drop shipping. So,
Yes,
a couple years back, there was a big boom of drop shipping, right?
yes,
So,
exactly.
as a student, I'm actually curious. Like, from learning from YouTube, does drop shipping actually work? I mean,
Yeah, it would work, but you need to have some funds to market the thing, products.
okay,
Firstly, we need to be more vigilant. We need to be more engaging in these social platforms Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. We need to look after the things which are currently really having good market in other Western countries. So we can bring that products to India. We can normally if we go to Alibaba site or Chinese sites like that, we will be getting the products at the minimal price because
yes,
they are directly sharing those products
yes,
directly from the manufacturing units,
yeah,
right? So that's where we need the main thing in the drop shipping is we need to find that niche.
Yes.
what is that niche that go like that get boom in the market. So that's how we need to search those products. Once after shortlisting those products, we need to try trial testing. For that, we need some funds, right, to market that in particular locations, and we need to penetrate that market. Once
Yes.
after getting some sales, we will be getting some revenue, so that we will be moving
Yeah.
that product, like we will be getting that cash flow, and we can take that product to next level. So
Yes.
but what happened is, like, everybody is into drop shipping.
Yeah.
Whatever people searching one product, there are 100 others are also searching for that product. So
Yes.
that became really hectic thing. So that's where I stopped like this drop shipping thing, because it not gonna give us that good
Yeah, because
results
there
in the
is too
long
much
run.
competition, right?
Yes, yes. Too much competition, and everybody are into social media, right? So
Yes.
everybody are looking to do something, some business or something like that. So
Yeah.
everybody is starting drop shipping because it is free. So that's where we need to keep our revenue into the marketing. We need to market so hard that we will get getting the customers. But even though if we do that, some products there are like some products would be fragile, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there would be if we ship those products also, there is a thing that customers may return those products also. If we get like too many returns, then our product would be finally get like what we say, it would be like there
Yeah.
is no use of doing this business, right?
Yes.
If we are getting too many losses from that product. So that's how this drop shipping works. But some people had earned good amount of money in that in the early stages, but currently the situation is not really good for that. So that's where I shifted to print on demand,
Okay.
where it was also a market then. So
Yes.
I thought of why we need to, if product, it would be having more returns, right? Like
Yes.
if there is a damage, the returns would be higher, right? So
Yes.
if we can go into this product segment where we'll be printing on like a normal cups, t-shirts, or something like
Yes.
that. So that's where I entered into print on demand also. But that was also really a cluttered market. Like too many people were into that.
Yeah.
So everybody is saying like 200 GSM t-shirts, everybody 240 GSM t-shirts, puff printing, that this, everybody are into that. So if we need to succeed in this like in print on demand, we need to have that design taste, where the unique designs which would go into the market instantaneously, people would pick those designs. Then
Oh, yeah.
that would be that would be the greatest opportunity for them who are looking to get into this print on demand. So these were the two things when I back in the days when I completed my BTech. I tried those things because of this social media buzz.
You know,
But
yeah, I can actually relate to that because I think I'm in the phase of like hustling. So you
yes,
come
yes,
up with all these new things that you see in the social media.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Because we are like humans, right? We would be interested if something is getting succeeded. Then uh, I think like if a product is getting success very hugely, even if we get 10% of that, would be really good for us, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's where I entered to those domains. But those were also like too much clutter right now, because too many people are looking into it, and that's not the thing which we need. I could be doing that. So that's where I just ended those things, and I continued doing my uh, job as a HR. After that, after a few days, I again this entrepreneur
Yeah. Things
thing
comes
would
up.
come. Yeah, I was always looking after something. Yeah, I need to solve something. I need to
Yeah.
solve something. So that's where it keeps on coming into my mind, like do
Yeah.
something, do something. These jobs are not gonna give anything to you. If
Yes.
you create a some good company or something, you can give employee to like thousands of people who are looking after an opportunity. So that's where that's always there in my mind. So I
Yeah.
was always looking after these opportunities.
Yeah. So I think that's how the value space was born, right?
Yes, yes, yes. It was also interesting story when before the corona,
Yeah.
one of my uncle used to stay in USA. He's an NRA, so he
Yeah.
was trying to buy some plots and normal villas. So we were roaming around the city. So that's where I thought like this real estate is a huge sector. Like it's like too much of intense, right? It is like a cash intense thing.
Yeah.
I was wondered like we are spending like 2 to 3 crores of money on one property, and
Yes.
we are not getting all the facilities which we would be getting, right?
Yes.
Even if you see current days, if you order 50 rupees food in Swiggy,
Yeah.
you have lots of convenience, right? If
Yes.
food
Yes.
is not good, you will be like having a customer care, instant refunds, everything. That's just a 50 rupees thing.
Yeah.
But we are buying like 1 crore, 2 crores property, and we are having zero facilities like that. So that's where I got that idea back then. But we tried to get a property, and after that, after 2 years, uh, I thought of buying a flat myself in
Yeah.
Hyderabad.
Okay.
So my hometown is around 120 kilometers away from Hyderabad.
Okay.
So after Corona, I thought of why can't I take a buy a flat there, and I can that would be easier for my office to
Yes.
commute, right? So that's where I started searching these apartment flats in Hyderabad.
Yeah.
So that was like a tedious process for me because I was searching these prop tech applications like 99 acres,
Yeah.
housing.com and everything. So like when I open that application, prices would be very attractive. When I call them, they are like, that's not the price. Just come down here. We'll show you the properties.
Yeah.
This is all the frauds which are like so much of misleading information was there in those prop tech applications.
Yes.
So like one broker would be listing around 20 to 30 properties.
Oh.
That's not even in the exact location. When I called them, they would say, come down, I will show you the properties. When I go to them, they would be taking me to other locations and showing the other properties, which they get good commissions from.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I asked them, why are you taking me to these properties? I'm asking about this particular location, right? They
Yeah.
would be saying like it is very near. There is like 4 to 5 kilometers from here, the location you are asking about. So that was really a hectic problem because I was traveling frequently from my hometown to Hyderabad to visit these properties.
Yes.
I visited around 30 brokers. That was the same situation I faced,
Oh.
and in the applications all misleading information.
Yeah.
Brokers were also not really good, and I went like brokers would be taking me to certain flats where he would get commission.
Yeah.
I remember like when we went into a street, there were around 10 to 12 unconstructed properties were there,
Okay.
like they are getting constructed, but he took me to only two properties. And I asked him, why don't we go to the other properties? He say like, they already got sold, so we cannot go into them and everything.
Yeah.
After that, I myself went to that and asked them, and they are telling like, the flats are available for the sale.
Yeah.
This is because again that boils down to the commissions which they are getting for the brokers.
Yes.
So this is a tedious thing, right? Sorry, and lots of time consuming.
Yes.
I would travel, lots of efforts I need to put. So I thought of why don't I solve this problem?
Yeah.
Because I think which is really important for our Indian market, right? As an Indian, we always thought of getting a property for ourselves.
Yes. Yeah.
So everybody has this dream of getting a property. Why don't I uh, like convert this unorganized sector to organized sector where we can have those facilities like other uh, platforms are having, others like domains are having, right?
Yeah.
So that's where I came up with this idea, like why don't we integrate these QR technologies into this prop tech applications where we'll be just like phone pay, food paytm, we would also get these details from the property, and we will be embedding that into these QR codes where,
Yes.
yeah, suppose if I, the same example where I went into a street, there are were 12 properties were there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So same situation now imagine there were 12 barcodes are there. So I would go by myself. I
Yes.
would choose, I would look at the properties. I would choose 5 to 6 properties which I like. I would scan them. I, like people would have some specifications like I only need second floor. I only need east facing
Yes.
building,
Yes.
like that, right?
Yeah.
So if I go myself without barcodes, I need to visit every property. I need to wait for the owner. I need to wait for the watchman.
Yeah.
If I need to cover all those 12 to 15 properties, it would take around like 2 to 3 days, right?
Yes. Yes.
If
Yes.
I need to cover all those
Yeah.
properties. If there are barcodes, I would scan them in 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I would look about those details. I would sell a shortlist 2 or 3 properties. I would go and ask them. I would review them. If I like, I would buy.
Yeah. It's more convenient.
Yeah, time saving because time is money these days.
Yes.
Everybody need no have no time, right? That's where
Yes.
one of my friend also uh, bought a flat which he didn't want to
Oh.
because of he don't really have time, but he need a flat to
Oh.
buy. So that's where he around 20 to 30 lakhs he put more on that property,
Oh.
but he is not happy
Yeah.
finally, right? So this is what I want to bring this pure technologies into this particular where property listings would be happening.
Yeah.
If you are also looking for a rent, that would also have this same barcode where you scan you like even owners would have that privilege, right?
Yes.
If
Yes.
you are looking if 10 to 20 people are looking for a property and 20 if they come to visit your property and the owner needs to go and talk to them and show the property for all those 20 members, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If we have a barcode in 20 members, they would get filtered out because somebody have some preferences, so
Yes.
they would get filtered out. Then owners would also not get those frequent calls, frequent visits.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a frustrating thing for owners also, right? That
Yes.
would also reduce for friction for the owners also.
Yeah.
So this is what our whole plan was around value space. So that's where I applied my idea to T Hub.
Okay.
I validated my idea with T Hub. They said it is good idea, and they suggested me to go for this fractional ownership.
Could you just
So
give more about the T Hub? Because I'm not familiar with it.
sure, sure. T Hub is a technology hub in Hyderabad.
Okay.
It is India's largest incubator and accelerator,
Okay.
where they would be running various programs to bring these upcoming entrepreneurs to take them to the next level.
Yeah.
So for like they are running a program called Blitz, which is for start idea to prototype.
Okay.
There is a program called Rubrics. It
Okay.
is from prototype to MVP. So there is a program called T Lab 32. It is
Okay.
MVP to like full platform
Yeah.
where you
Okay.
will be getting, yeah, full-fledged platform. And there is a T Angel is like T Hub would be funding those startups which are really good in the market.
Okay.
They have so many value partners like AWS, OpenViewer, F79. So like so many got collaborated with yeah.
Things.
So yeah, they are running a good like framework for these startups.
Okay.
So as we don't really know about where to start, where to stop, right?
Yes. Yes.
So they have good framework where they would be having some sessions. They would be connecting us to the mentors who are already in the industry,
Yeah.
and there is also facility available in the T Hub where there are around 2,000 startups are there in that particular building
Okay.
because it is the one of the like
Largest
largest,
level. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And there is T-Works behind that. Behind T-Hub, there is a T-Works building would be there. That T-Works has prototyping thing like 3D prototyping,
Yeah.
which is more related to hardware.
Yeah. Okay.
So in Surat recently they launched AC helmets for traffic polices, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you seen
I
that?
think it was in
Yeah,
newspaper.
Yeah, that was one of the startup from this T hub only. That got manufactured in T works where all the hardware manufacturing, everything would happen there. So it is great place where you can get good networks from.
Well, nice.
So that's why I joined this to get good networks. I also met good mentors, and there are other startups too, right, with you. So you'd be having that cross knowledge where you can share, like in their domain what is happening, in our domain what is happening.
Yeah, yeah,
If you could found co-founders there, you can get the co-founders there.
yeah. You
You
meet a
can
lot
talk.
of like-minded people,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes. And also there are like 2000 startups are there, right? So
Okay.
we can also meet them. If there is any uh, startup which is aligning to your idea, you can meet them, you can talk to them. They
Yeah,
are already into the market, right? They have good expertise. So that's where this is one of the thing you can escalate like your idea to next level where you would be having good frameworks there. That's where
nice.
T-Hub is working in.
Yeah, nice. As you have got into the T Hub, how did you grow from there? What was your further process?
Yeah, I got selected in that. We have this program called Blitz, where we would be having sessions on us, like firstly market research, how to do market research,
Okay.
what should be the like evaluations we need to do. So these are all things would be happening in there.
Yeah.
Market research, value proposition, business model canvas,
Yes.
like pitch deck, how do you need to do pitch deck, how to get investors, everything they would have complete framework in their program where
Yeah.
they would be training you one step weekly. So
Okay.
like that, they told us about these no code, low code platforms
Okay.
where we converted our ideas to prototype
Oh,
using those applications. So we don't need any team. We can do ourselves only with
yeah.
these type of sessions. So that's where these sessions really helped us, like how we can bring our prototype out. So Blitz is helping for that.
Yeah.
So that was my program where we were 24 ideas, ideators were there. So we had these sessions. We tried to make one prototype for our application also.
Yeah.
So using no code tools. So that's where this program helps us to
Yeah.
go further.
No code. And this recently there are a big boom of AI apps and all for that same, I believe.
Yes, yes,
Along with that, as we grow, we actually need a team.
yes, yes,
So choosing the right team is really important.
yes.
So what's your take on that?
Yes, team is really important because nobody would trust you without a team. Because
Yeah.
only one man cannot do everything, right? We
Yes.
need a team. So as per now, we are at the prototype stage. That's where we don't really need a team.
Okay.
So we are currently validating our idea using market research. So the main thing is market research is very important for our idea.
Yes.
This is far most important like for our idea to get next level.
Yeah.
So sorry. So we did market research. So that was a bigger step. We didn't really, as we say it theoretically, we don't really know that importance to that. Uh, Importance for that market research.
Yes.
Once you implement that market research thing to your idea and
Okay.
take them to the customers who are aligned to you, like who would be buying your product, then
Yes.
you would be knowing everything, like
Yeah.
uh, how much it is difficult to
Make it.
succeed, make it successful, right, in the
Yes.
market. So market research is the main thing which every ideator need to validate.
Yeah.
After that only everything comes. So
Yeah.
first is foremost is like market research. Even still we are doing market research because it is ever growing. You need to do like frequently. You
Yeah,
need to
because the
frequently
thing
the
keeps on changing, right? According to
yes,
technology.
yes. We need to update our product as per the customer like.
Yes,
So that's where we need to frequently do this market research, so that we'll be getting good results, and our product may get succeeded in the market as we have good market research. So coming down to theme, yes, theme is very important.
yes,
If you have a co-founder, that's far better. But you're like you should align towards the idea. You
okay,
need to take that to last, because I have seen some co-founders who always for fight, right?
yes,
That's not the thing which we need to have in our team.
yeah,
So the people need to have that vision, even if somebody even leave their job, right, to
yes, yes,
do this type of startups. So that's where the commitment comes out. So
yes,
that's how the commitment should be, to make your startup to your next level. So that's where we need to get a co-founder who need to be aligned to you.
yes,
After that, we need to look after majorly what we need to have in startup is firstly the technology.
yes,
If it is a like a SaaS product, yeah, you need to have that technology guy. Another would be the marketing and sales guy, and also the product development guy.
yeah,
So these two are very important in the initial stages, because with the help of the technology guy, we can bring the idea into prototype, and these design and marketing guy need to look after this market research and product refinement, where we can take that to the customers, where customer need to understand that product.
yeah,
That's where they could give us the feedback about what is happening and what not.
yeah,
So that's where we really need two people majorly in the starting stage of startup. So that's where we need to try to get
the right thing.
these two. Yeah, these two main people are important. Like after that, we can form a team. That's not a problem, because after getting good responses from the prototype,
Yeah,
we can build a team. Then we can hire someone. We can hire some freshers. We can hire some interns also in the starting stage to
yes.
have that low burn rate. So once we get those interns, we can build the product.
Begin.
That's not a problem. Yeah.
Consider a first-time entrepreneur. So those people actually concentrate more on the perfecting the product, right?
Yes.
And a lot of time, I wouldn't say wasted in that, but a lot of time is taken there.
Yes.
So how would you deal with that?
Yeah. Majorly, as an entrepreneur, we think of these ideas, and we think we can easily convert these ideas into prototypes.
Yes.
That's where the main problem is, because I also had some thought in my mind when I got the idea. When
Yeah.
I tried to put that on the paper, I couldn't do that,
Okay.
because I brought and framed, and I thought of what would be the important thing where customer would be looking at.
Okay.
I did some like home page, that, this, and everything. After that, after looking after other applications and everything, I thought it would not work. So
Okay.
that's where iterations would be happening. So
Yes.
we don't really get like at the first time only we cannot do anything.
Yes.
We start doing as a rough sketch. We do that to a bit perfect thing. We iterate that, iterate that, iterate that. Even for the prototype, we need those many iterations are required. Once after getting that prototype, we go into the friends, we go and ask our colleagues and everyone like how the application is looking like. Even then, they would give some suggestions. They would give some changes, would say some changes, right?
Yes.
So then again, we need to iterate again.
Yeah.
Like that, we need to iterate that, iterate that, iterate that, so that even anyone looking at the application, they should understand without saying anything.
Yeah.
We no need to say anything. They should know after seeing the application. Okay, If we see phone pay, would be no, okay, this is an UPI application,
Yes.
like that. So there are so many features that need to be looked into these prototypes or anything which we are building.
Yeah.
That's where we can build an successful product. So iterations are very important anywhere, but even after getting that prototype, even if we are doing that to get that visual appeal, 3D, that this,
Yeah.
that doesn't require.
Yeah.
But basic framework is very important.
Okay.
To get that to framework also, we need to go through so many iterations.
Exactly.
That's very common in building any product.
Yeah. Great. So, how do you see the future of value space?
Yeah. So once after I was doing this ideation,
Yeah.
one of my mentor introduced me to this tokenization of properties.
Okay.
So generally, what is tokenization means? If there is a property, we would be like making them into tokens. Like we would be like making the parts of the property into different tokens.
Okay. Okay.
If you think there's apartment which
Ah.
cost 1 crore,
Yes. Yeah.
and you have only 10 lakhs, so you cannot buy that property, right?
Yes.
So this tokenization would do, like we would be making those apartment into 10 parts, and
Okay.
each part is converted into token, which is an what we say virtual property.
Yeah. Okay. So it's more
So
like a digital asset.
yeah, digital assets. So
Okay.
yeah, each token you can buy each token. Like
Okay.
that, 10 people would be easily buying a property. If that is a lease property, we would be taking care of that, and we would be dividing the lease to the 10 of them. That's where this tokenization is there. So to do this tokenization, we need a blockchain technology.
Yes.
So blockchain technology is more secured and transparent technology, which we have in this current world.
Yes.
So Web3 technologies are very popular these days.
Yes.
So we need to build these fractional ownership using this blockchain. So generally, blockchain works like block to block, right?
Yes.
When we
Yes.
generally the information is very open to all.
Yeah. Open to all.
We can, yeah, we know every transaction which is happening in that specific set of blocks.
Yes.
So that's where I got introduced to this blockchain
Okay.
technology and tokenization. So that's where I started working on that. So I got to know that in India currently there are no uh, rules and regulations got set for this particular
System.
like asset tokenization.
Okay.
So they are currently in talks with SEBI, and slowly the steps are getting closer to this, where we can buy a property in virtual.
Okay.
So, so it would take some time. That's where I was perfecting this property listing thing,
Oh.
where if we keep our barcodes in every city, in every property, they then we our brand would get established, right? Because
Yeah.
in real estate, trust is very important.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you see too many barcodes of our company, generally you would get that trust, right?
Yes.
So we are thinking of building our brand so strongly that in future, once the regulations come, would be like converting these properties to these asset tokenization,
Okay.
so fractional ownership. So we are trying to keep it as a third pillar currently, blockchain technology as.
Yeah.
Once we get good regulations, then we would be
Good.
like bringing that fractional ownership into our application. Till then, we are trying to build our brand.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So, from a student till now, it's a big long journey, right?
Yes.
So, as a student, I'm student. So I don't know how this came. There is a bit of struggle to succeed in the early age,
Yes. Yes.
and most of them don't.
Yes.
So how should we take it?
Yeah, the first thing is entrepreneurship is very hard to do
Yeah.
because there would be so many laws that we cannot even withstand. So that's where this entrepreneurship is really a thing because not everybody can do this, right? You
Yes.
need to have that zeal of doing something. You need to have that out of the box thinking.
Yeah.
That's where even we would get like difficulties in the starting stage. Once we prove ourselves, then it would be a life to remember, right? As
Yes.
a human beings, we are coming to this world. We need to do something that stays even after we die, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I really think of doing. Like that's what my motto is to. Like I need to do something that needs to stay in this world because not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
So we have some leverage to do that. Even if we are thinking to pursue entrepreneurship, that's a good thing because not everybody will do because
Yes.
everybody thinks of having a job,
Yeah.
marriage, and kids. That's it.
Yes. Yes.
In early stage, there would be so much of lows. Even for me, I'm always facing these kind of situations.
Yeah.
But I know, but finally one day I would get that like a result what I'm achieving to do. So
Yeah.
that's what the mindset should be for the entrepreneurs or for the ideators because not everything would come that easily. You need to hustle for that. You need to achieve that so that you can prove yourself that you are really valuable for this current society. So
Great.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
As
yeah.
a student, I could only tell you that you need to think of new things because you need to have that
Mindset.
entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah.
If you really need a job, you join a job, you work on weekends about your idea. You can join these type of incubators
Yeah.
to make your life easier because they have these frameworks. You don't really know what would be the entrepreneur journey would be.
Yes.
Here there would be so many experienced mentors would be there. So
Yeah.
many people who you will guide you through these difficulties like smoothly. So
Yeah.
that for students, I would uh, suggest that they need to go with these in type of incubators so
Okay.
that not everything you need to get figuring out. These incubators will help you figure it out easily. So once you after getting these ideas, you just validate with some incubators or some like accelerators, like what we say organizations, so
Okay.
that in THUB also for every month there would be idea validation sessions would be there. You can come down, you can explain your idea. They will validate is it going to success or not. That's where you can go to next step of that idea to take that to the next step. So
Nice.
I would suggest, yeah, you first try to validate your idea. You don't think yourself that your idea is really great, it would do
Oh,
wonders, but that doesn't work because everybody would think like that only.
yes.
But
Yeah.
you need to validate that. After that, you need to take a step.
Um,
Even I'm working currently. I'm taking out my time to do this like startup thing. So
okay.
yeah, like my 24 people are all working. So this is exclusively for our people who are already working. So
Okay.
we would be having sessions on weekends. We would be attending them like that. So
Nice.
nobody would have time. We need to take that time from
Then
our
extra
life.
time to do our thing, right?
Yes, yes. That's where you get succeeded.
Yeah.
Not if you sit in house and think of your ideas and you think of getting it viral, that wouldn't work any day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. So, as you just jumped in the market, is it actually skill based or much more like a degree based still?
Uh, More of both, generally established in MNCs and everything, they would be looking degree based.
Okay.
But startup like they would look really for a skilled person. They don't really need any degree. They always want someone who is aligned to the idea and someone who is really good at their skill. That's
Oh,
where we are looking for. So these days, startups would easily like select a person that who doesn't really have a degree also. In
okay.
MNCs, there is a process, right? They would have that background checking
Yes,
and everything.
background check.
Yeah, yeah. So they have that certain limitations, but not all startups or level two companies those doesn't have these type of limitations.
Yeah, nice.
So finally, skill matters. Wherever you go, skill matters. If you have a unique skill, you would go do any wonders.
Yeah.
And even these days, startups are more willing to select failed entrepreneurs
Oh,
because they do have so much of exposure, right?
yes.
So
They have a new
people,
story to tell, right? Yeah.
yes, yes. So that's where. So even the companies are also trying to get these failed entrepreneurs into their companies
Oh,
and look what they did and what went wrong and in their company, in their ideas like that.
oh, that's actually nice hack, right? For the
Yes,
company.
yes. Yeah, if you are doing something unique, at any day you would get a good position in your life.
Yeah.
Even if you're a failed entrepreneur, you would get hired to another startup like a CEO, like CTO,
Yeah.
COO. So, like so many people are there in their company. Like they would prefer to bring them as their co-founders and like that.
Nice.
This entrepreneur journey gives so many skills to you. Like even I don't know how to code,
Okay.
but using these no code local tools, I built an app like prototype. So
Okay.
that's where we will be having exposure to all the things. So that's how you can get into anything in the future if you don't succeed here also.
Yeah.
That's what
Nice.
is here.
Uh, is there anything that you want to add up in this session, like to other students, to your own younger self? What would you say?
I would say I should have more serious towards my entrepreneurship earlier in my days
Okay.
because started my drop shipping. I stopped it. I started my print on demand thing. I stopped it. I gave so many breaks in between because of these hardships I faced,
Yeah.
where I had this pressure of doing a job. I had this pressure of people asking in the society, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
If I say I'm working on idea, they would say, no, that wouldn't work. You need to do a job. You need to get
Yes.
married. That's how the society is. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you are really strong and you really wanted to do something, you need to do that because if you miss that chance, you couldn't do after your marriage at any cost because
Yes.
the security,
Lives are
what
still.
in, yeah, insecurity is
Yeah.
gonna increase, right? So that's where you need to do whatever you want to do before your marriage. That's
Okay.
one thing. And as early as possible, you should take it as serious thing. If you are not really what we say, if you are not really confident about that, you need to validate with some other things so that you get confident about that.
Yes.
Because I also thought my idea wouldn't be that great. When I talked to them, I got to know, okay, this could do something. So
Yeah.
that's where I applied. That's where I got shortlisted. So
Okay.
that's the process of doing. So I would recommend for anyone if you are wanted to getting into this entrepreneur or anything like that, first go if you have an idea, first go and validate that.
Well, but that's a
Yeah.
beautiful message actually.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm pretty confident that this session is definitely valuable to the viewers.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, you spoke about a lot of things. You spoke about your journey. You spoke how you cope up with the situations.
Yes,
It's actually pretty. It was an amazing talk with you. It was
yes,
great. Thank you for your time. Thank you for
yeah, yeah.
for sharing your thoughts and experience. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, it was nice talking to you, Kevin.
Yeah.
You're doing a great thing. You need to keep doing that
Yes.
because uh, people like me before when I entered into this entrepreneur journey, I don't know where to go, what to do. But these days, these podcasts are really helping these younger generations, right?
Okay. Thank you.
So, for any help or anything, just ping me. I'm just stepping away in LinkedIn. I would give my LinkedIn what we say link also. If anybody has any doubts or something, they can reach out to me.
Sure.
Uh, yeah, the only thing you should remember is just validate ideas. So
Yes.
in T-Hub, there is a program called Open House Challenge.
Okay.
There would be that links would be like once a month they would open those brackets. So you can go there, you can validate your idea once in a month so
Well.
that you would be getting to know what will be the future of your idea.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much. It was
Yeah,
great.
yeah, you're welcome. Okay.